Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Jump In Let's Play. This week we are taking a look at Demeter as head of our Roll and Write Gauntlet this Sunday the 10th of July. So we'll head down below, we will take a look at how the game is played and then come back up to discuss our final thoughts. See you in a moment. So here we have Demeter set up ready to go. Before we get started, we'll just explain all the different parts of the setup and then we will run through a few rounds to give you an idea of the game itself. So first up, each player will be given one of these sheets. These have a lot of different areas on there, so we'll just take the time to explain those. So up in the corner here, you'll have each of the 5 different types of cards that you can see that are laid out along here, and then boxes next to them with sort of increasing numbers along them. Each of these, whichever one you pick, will have an action on it, and then it will have a bonus action which will allow you to perform the action that's in the appropriate square there. We also have 2 bonus ones along the bottom here should you complete those, should you complete the first 2 columns as well. So that will be giving us our actions for the turn. Here we have our research. So our research will allow us to actually score on these different objectives here. And along the way, you'll also have all these bonus actions that you'll be able to perform. And then we've got our different scores that we'll be adding up at the end of the game. We've got our buildings here. These will give us once per round bonuses that we're able to use. And then the main part of the sheet itself is the different variety of dinosaurs. We've got 6 different species here and a number of different dinosaurs within those. As you can see here, 3 of them here. We've got these 6 little raptor-like dinosaurs down at the bottom here. And then above them all, they have their own sort of research and workers that you will be hopefully collecting over the course of the game. And again, all of these will have their own bonuses. A lot of them will be points, but some of them will be giving us bonuses to discovering species, securing outposts, collecting buildings and the like. Okay, so that's that, and then along here we have got our bonus objectives which we can earn throughout this sheet, and our discovered species. So once you discover all of the species, whoever's the first one to do so will turn it over. They'll gain these points, leaving these points left for everyone else to gather. And finally, we've got our cards along the top, which we touched on briefly with this bit here. So each card will be split into 2 sections. So here we've got the action that you'll be performing. So you will perform that action first, and then once you've done that, you'll perform this action. So we will cross out one of these and then perform the appropriate action in that box. There are 15 cards per colour. We shuffle and remove 3 of them. So there is only 12 in this, so 12 rounds in total. So let's give that a good little shuffle there. And what will happen here is we will draw one off each of the piles, place it face up here, and then each player would choose their action that they would like to do. Multiple players can choose the same action, but you can only choose one of the 5 here. So let's begin. So we've got our first few here, and we'll turn over this one. Okay, so we have a few different things here. We'll go through these. So this one will allow us to highlight one of the arrows. This is where you study a discovered species. However, you can only use this if a species has been fully coloured in. So like this Triceratops here, for example, if it was fully coloured in, it would allow us to start studying that species further, which would give us a building. This one here is going to give us 2 of this dinosaur type, which you can see there's a few rounds here, we've got one there, and so on. And then it will give us the red action. This one here will let us choose from either this dinosaur type or this dinosaur type plus the bonus action. This one is going to give us a research square. And then this one here is going to give us 3 points to our outposts. So this will be you crossing out the lines on the outposts as you're building them up. So we're going to go for this red one here. So what we will do is we will mark this box like so to say that that is the action we have done. We will then perform this top action here. So we get 2 of these. So let's colour in 2 of these. There we go, so one there, and let's colour in the one next to it because it can use one of two types. So we've done that. We will now cross through this, or however you want to do that, and we will perform this. So we're going to put this one right in here, there, so we're on our way to making our first outpost there. So that is our first action done. We will then reveal the next line of actions. There we go. And again, we will take a look and see what we want to do. So here we can construct this building. This building will give us a bonus. Each of these will give us a bonus. Again, used once per round. And they will give us different things. This will give us an extra meeple. This will give us an extra outpost. This will give us an extra highlighted line. This will give us extra research. This will give us a bonus, like wild dinosaur footprint. So you trigger these when you do that action. So let's take a look here. Let's go for this one here. So we're going to go for yellow. So we colour that in there. We highlight that one. And then we proceed to put this in here. So let's colour him in. There we go. So that's him coloured in. We get another one of these. So let's go ahead and colour the other one of these. There we go. So we're a third of the way there on our next dinosaur. We now perform the bonus action, which is one of these arrows. Because we have completed this dinosaur, we can just highlight this arrow here to say that we have started our study. And then we move to the next round. So let's cross that off there. And we will continue like so. So if we take a look here. So we've got these actions available to us. We can create this building, as we said. This one here, we can create this building, giving us the bonus of an extra worker. This one here, which will allow us to do either one of these two types of dinosaurs. This one with the wild dinosaur, and this one with these two types. So we're going to go for this action here, which is going to allow us to perform one of these two dinosaurs. So we're going to go for this dinosaur here, get one step closer to completing this Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, whichever one it may be there. And we've circled that one there. Now we get this bonus action, which is this one here. And this one will allow us to perform any one of these actions in this column. So we can take a look here, decide what we may want to do. Do we want to perform one of these, in which case we get ourselves another outpost. Here we can perform this one, but we've not got anything completed besides this. So that would be the only option there. This one will give us that worker. And this one here will put us one step up on the research here. So let's go for the worker. So we will nab ourselves a worker here. So let's go this one in here. There we go. And then we've just crossed through that. Okay, so that is our third round. So we'll do one more round for you guys here. Okay, so again, a new round of actions. Now we'll be looking at this one here. So this one's going to give us two of this dinosaur. So we're going to go straight in down here. And we're going to try and complete and completely discover this dinosaur species. So one there and two there, and then we get this action here as well. So that is this one, which means that we're going to chuck one in there, and then we're going to chuck one on the bottom here, and it will keep going like this until we have been through all 12 actions. So all 12 possible actions for each of these, choosing one every time that we go along. Obviously there will be spaces left here because we won't fill everything up. We'll then go to the scoring, and we'll have a few different options for scoring. If we've managed to unlock any of the bonus objectives here, so either with the research with this one here, which unlocks D for us, or this one, which unlocks any one of them for us, we would score those additional points. So, for example, if at the end of the game we'd managed to unlock objective A, then we would get 5 points for having 5 to 8 of these symbols coloured in. So you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on a good way there if we were to try and get that one, and so on. Like here, for example, having 6 to 10 dinosaurs discovered, and then 11 plus giving us those extra points. We'd then be adding to that any victory points that we get from our workers. This one here will be whatever is the highest, so it won't be cumulative. So if we manage to get to 12, then we would score 12 points in total for this. And then if we manage to get to these ones, we would score those points. That would go into here. In here, we're going to put in our points for our discovered species. So if we manage to discover everything in that species, we will score the appropriate points. And you can see those at the top here. So if we were to discover the rest of the brontosauruses, then we would have turned over this one. Say we take our 9 points, we would have put this in here and then added it to the rest up here. Here we get points for each individual species that we have discovered. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total. So we can get all 6 for 21. If we discover just 2 of them, so if we coloured in this brachiosaur here and say one of these ones down here, then we would just score the 3 points at the end of the game. But if we managed to spread out, maybe discovered one of each of them, we would score more points as we go on. Our next one is the highest outpost that we have. So you can see here each outpost has its own value times the amount of dinosaurs that you've discovered. So that is dinosaurs, not species. So here if we had these two coloured in as well and we had the 4 there, then that would give us 4 times 3. But then if we also had some dinosaurs around here, that would give us 4 times however many we have there. The total goes in here. And then finally we get our total from any of these around the different dinosaurs, each giving us different points bonuses, and then we total the whole score up for that. So that is Demeter. I hope you found that useful. We'll head up back top now to discuss our final thoughts and our upcoming Roll and Write Gauntlet. See you in a moment. So, there was a quick playthrough of Demeter, the first few rounds there. I hope you found it of some use. So, our thoughts on the game. Well, first up, absolutely loving Roll and Write, Flip and Write games at the moment. You will no doubt have seen on the various social media channels my love for Next Station London, Get On Board, Rust and Leaves, for example, some of my current favourites. Demeter slots right in there as one of those. It's everything you come to expect of a flip and write. You're flipping cards or rolling dice, however it's going, and you're drawing on the piece of paper. What I really like with this one is that it's really pushing the boundaries of that roll and write, flip and write genre. Here we have an almost engine building style type of game where our actions are going to cause other actions to happen, as you can see on the sheet here, just various different combos. And it is entirely possible, as I have found out in a few playthroughs, where you're triggering several different bonuses in one turn. So that is pretty cool. I do like that a lot. The components are fairly simple and straightforward. We've got some cardboard chits for the bonuses, we've got cardboard chits for the dinosaur species, and we've got nice cards with a linen finish for each of the different actions. These are all clearly defined as well. You're not going to mistake one deck for the other. They're brightly coloured on the back with the symbol clear as well. And on the front with the actions, it's going to tell you exactly what you've got. And there's no ambiguity between, do I choose this action or this action, if you have 2 different types of symbols there and having a symbol with a ×2 next to it. So that is always good to see. And then obviously that bonus action as well, telling you what you've got there. The game presents you with a lot of options. There is no way you're completing this sheet. It's just not possible. However, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. Maybe you don't discover a whole species. Maybe you discover a few out of all of them. So you're going for a wider range of individual dinosaurs, and maybe some research which is going to allow you to climb up at these here and then score points that way, as well as this one here for points for different ones, a whole 21 points, which could actually be a lot easier way to get to a high score than trying to score individual full species. So I really like that there's several different approaches to the game for people, and you can explore those in different ways, coupled with the fact that the cards are going to come out in different ways, and that not all of them are being used. So we only have a maximum of 12 rounds, but 15 cards possible out of all of the possible actions. So we've got nice variability from game to game. Those same actions aren't always going to turn up. It might be a bit slim as to what ones are going to switch in and out, but they will be switching in and out over the course of the game. So yeah, that is everything for this. If you like the look of this and you want to come along to our Roll and Write Gauntlet, it is running this Sunday. That's the 10th of July 2022. It starts at 11:30. We do ask people to get here just a little bit before so they can get registered. And we have a total of 16 spaces, though some of those are currently booked up. So do get in touch if you want to get involved. The winner of the event will receive money off their next games purchase. They'll receive £10 off a games purchase. Second and third place, depending on the amount of players that we do get, getting £5 off each. And then we have a whole range of different prizes for everyone, including bookmarks, stickers and score pads. So really, really excited for this one. Roll and Write really is emerging as one of my favourite ways to play. They're very simple setup, fairly straightforward, although this one does lean towards the heavier side of the Roll and Write game. And you can take them anywhere. Like I can take Demeter with me anywhere I go. I did with Rustling Leaves. We took that to Prague with us, played it on the plane. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, if you want to get involved, just comment below or check out our other social media pages. Call us on 01843 316 281 or pop into the shop if you live local to put your name down for that. Shaping up to be a great day, and we've got Demeter along there with it for the rides. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the boardroom.